Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So straight into the action. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days.
And the shot! Superb goal!
Well, Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable. And Hullet! And it's in! 2-0, and in next to no time.
Yeah, but how about that coolness and confidence, Peter, to see where the keeper was and then produce a beautiful response.
So that's 2 now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Rafael Varane goes long. Now, what about a counter-attack? Hullet venturing down the left. He's got away.
Zola.
Plays it across. Header! Relentless! Just relentless! And they're threatening to fly away here. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Cameroon are 3 down and sinking. Hazard, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Vieira. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Hullet. Tries to play it through. Desai spots it and intercepts. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's a fine interception. Some resolute defending there. Now, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. No luck with that dink over the top. Threads one in. Can he finish? It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Tokyo Verdy are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. He's in a great position here. Davids gets flagged offside. Zola. That's going wide left. Stood up well to him there. Yaya Toure. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Hazard. Oh, it's Dembele. And it's Hazard. Here's Vieira. Vieira goes sliding in. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And it's made its way to him. Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now, he's got space here. Ferdinand cuts it out.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Zola going after that. Yaya Toure. Oh, that's fabulous. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Yaya Toure. That has been slung wide. That is a great pick out.
Gullit unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Now it's Cantona. That's destined for the flank. Well, he's hit it long, but astray.
He's in a good position here. And the finish! And again, it's a goal! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match. So it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
And we'd like to inform you now that the latest travel information is currently being displayed on the screen.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner, Peter, look no further.
Lionel Messi, the great genius himself. It felt almost unfair at times, didn't it, the way he just seemed to sweep the opposition aside. Even traditional bogey teams were just powerless to resist him when he was on his game.
Yeah, and I remember one game against the boys from Madrid when that famous front three were simply unplayable. They each scored a goal, with Messi grabbing the last one to put the icing right on the cake.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Messi.
Davids.
And this is Dembele. Good read, needed to be. Rafael Varane. And it's Messi. Zola. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams.
That is good strength. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And that is a little undercooked.
Messi.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Looking for a runner.
And here's Hullet. What a player! A finish right from the top draw.
Oh, that was sharp, deliciously sharp.
It would have taken something heroic from the keeper to get anything on that. The height was tricky enough, but the power, he had no chance.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Messi.
Davids, well seen, saw that coming.
Goes for the shot! Good try, very good try, in fact.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
And he cuts out the supply. Tokyo Verdy are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Well, that looks a decent ball.
Vieira.
Great vision. Now, this could be a chance. A quick look, thought about cutting inside.
Zola.
Now, who's going to be first to this? Nice bit of trickery. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
And this is Hullet. Vieira did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
That has ended up in no man's land.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's managed to get free. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Messi, brilliantly cut out.
Vieira can see things others simply cannot.
Now it's Hullet.
Pullet unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Chiellini gets over and intercepts. Pressing high and with purpose. Yaya Toure. That's a sharp pass. Oh, that's well spotted. Cameroon are looking to break at pace.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it.
He's having a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Keeper's dealt with that. Desai, always a very imposing presence at the back. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
This is a promising build-up. And that signals the end of the first period. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Cameroon unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Oh, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. The second period is on the way.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Moved on forwards. Yaya Toure. And he's lost his man here. Davids did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
I just think, though, that was selfish and a little uncalled for him. He must have been aware that he had options to his left.
Thuram makes the interception. It's a searching pass. Oh, well played, well played. And that has left him in a heap. He's got away. Pull it. Cantona is onto this. Cantona delivers. Baresi can get it clear. And here's Vieira. He's in a good position here. Played into the box. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Applies the finish! Just a tiny bit high.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Aims beyond the defence. Chips it through. And the shot! It's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
There you go. That's what happens when you've got top-class talent.
Dembele! Not a bad try by any means. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Now it's Cantona.
Oh, great feat, that.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And it's Davids. Shot could be on. Big chance! And it's in! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Has a look and plays it forward. Oh, nicely intercepted. Cameroon have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Davids. Now it's Hullet. Space for him to turn and look. Hullet. No, he's seen through all of that. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Cameroon needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Nicely shaped ball. And he welcomed... And Messi! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Struck with genuine ferocity. The ball was there at a nice height.
Real chance! Another one of football's and how moments.
It's a good effort, and you can sense that they're upping the gears. This needs to be sustained now.
Yaya Toure threads one in. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
The muscular approach does pay off here. Pull it. Now, can they get him away? Zola.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this. That's
Zola.
good play from him.
Oh, that's fabulous. He's had it taken off him. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Messi. Knocks it into space. And he's in on goal. He's free, he has got space.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Struck first time. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Cameroon desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things already rolling. Now it's Hullet.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Towering header! That's another chance! It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Pull it. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
He's in a good position here, and he's there to retrieve it. Seedorf. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Knocks it into space. Seedorf. And it's Vieira. Tries to play it through. That pass has been well intercepted. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Nicely shaped cross. He's found a way through. Big chance! It's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
And now he has two. Tokyo Verdy are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Has a look and plays it forward. Looking for options for movement. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Messi. And he's being shifted off it. And that could set him on his way. Messi. He's shifting through. Messi! Oh, it's come off the upright. I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Distributed tidily. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Lovely feet. And Messi! Oh, full marks for that effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Tokyo Verdy are very well equipped down the flanks. It is a tried and tested formula.
Well, Peter, that can cause real problems if they're allowed to run riot in those positions, whether through direct running or from deliveries towards the box. It can work.
Short changes him with that pass. Nicely aimed pass. He's having a hit!
Cantona quietly revving up. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Zola on 2 now and looking for 3. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, nicely intercepted. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Ferdinand spots it and intercepts. And it's Gullit. Nicely weighted ball. Now this could be a chance. Gullit tries to think it. Chance! It's in! A goal and a really telling moment. He watched it all the way and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Azar. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Now it's Seedorf. Zola. And for the first half, that is that. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
Voici venu le moment de notre grande tombola. Veuillez vous munir des billets qui vous ont été remis avant d'accéder aux tribunes.
That gets us going once more.
Cameroon really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Vieira. Baresi. Now it's Dembele. Now it's come to nothing. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's on it. Can he get away? Good read. Needed to be. Messi! It's gone in. He's put through his own net.
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Cafu in acres of space out wide.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
And here's Cantona. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That is a brilliant interception.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Thuram. Ball in towards... He leaps for it! And he's there to get it away. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
953.
You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
And decent chance! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Seedorf has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Changement pour le Cameroun. Le numéro 10.
So we have movement on both
14.
benches.
Le numéro 9. Hazard. À leur place, le numéro 15. Ibrahimovic. Le numéro 11.
He's a
Le numéro
sharp
23.
little ball here.
Ronaldinho.
Van der Sar
Attention,
breathes a
changement.
sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Now it's Rooney. Rooney, he is through here. Desai. Shifted it to the flank. Best. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, good effort! Takes a shot against the crossbar. Yaya Toure, always wanting the ball, always wanting to do something different with it. Cafu. And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! And that's a real chance missed.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Oh, good climb! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Cameroon really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
He's picked his way through. This looks promising. Oh no, what has happened here? Seedorf.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Driving on and making good progress. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Azar, who can single-handedly make a difference. Azar gets into a good position. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. And he's taking no chances there. Shoots! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Desperate defending required here. And that is out of play. Vieira is flagged offside.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Cameroon need to make something happen here. Ronaldinho. And it's Seedorf. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
Additionnel, 3 minutes.
Azar. That's a cute ball. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Ronaldinho. That's an imaginative pass. No, he's just misjudged that one. Nothing in it still. We move to extra time. Well, still no winner, Jim.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So a battle of endeavour, enterprise, and now endurance. Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time. Yaya Toure.
Vieira. Pele. Baresi. Always a very imposing presence at the back. Pele. And no, he's seen through all of that. And they've got a throw.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read.
And it's Vieira.
Yaya Toure. Looking for the run.
Thuram. Vieira. Well, we expected better, and so did he.
Now it's Messi. He has found the way through. Yaya Toure. Cafu is one whose deliveries we all know about. Pele. Can he get it through?
Pass is just off target.
Rafael Varane. Wriggles his way through. Oh, that's fabulous.
Varane defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Best.
Thinks one through. And we're halfway through extra time. Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them? Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes?
Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? Pele.
This is the time you need that pace.
Pele has it in a wide position.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's Vieira.
Azar.
Nicely shaped ball.
Nicely worked.
It's Rooney! Oh, that could be pivotal! A game of margin!